So I need all of you to be honest with me and yourselves. Do it in the comments right now if you're willing. But was I alone at the beginning of this episode? Were you all hella confused about what was going on? Like, I think for the first third of the episode, I was like, yo, what the F is going on with Karyl specifically? Obviously, that's definitely the one that I was going down, right? With her putting on her new glasses or whatever. I don't have any glasses to reenact it, but with her putting on her glasses or her shield guard on her face, and then with going out and doing the bidding of the fake queen. And there's a few questions that I had immediately from the episode starting, right? So before, there was two 𝐜𝐡𝐚𝐧𝐬𝐸, or whatever, right? There was two fake kitty girls. Then one of the fake kitty girls last week brought Karyl into the mix and like beamed her to herself. I was like, okay, I get all that. This week we don't really touch on any of that, and we don't really go over any of that. But suddenly it's just the one fake kitty girl, fake lady girl, and then you have Karyl doing her bidding. All right. The what the F moment with what was happening during the episode came to light the last third of the episode, where we found out that Kitty Girl was manipulating her like a puppet, right? So she was doing things quote unquote willingly, but she was being I guess you could say supported or controlled by Kitty Girl with the little puppet doll stuff, right? So that all kind of came to light. So at the the beginning, what the heck's happening? And okay, that totally makes sense. So I kind of get what was going on there. Then what I'm assuming is somewhere in the middle, Yuki's memories are because he's incomplete. He's in an incomplete state still, right? A lot of his memories came back. He was able to remember kind of like his original party. He was able to remember being put down into comatose. He remembered kind of being put into the redive, but really, that's kind of where his memories stopped. Now, he was able to kind of regain some of what he was before. Now, because he can actually speak and have a full-on blown conversation. He can sound pretty intelligent now, which is a far cry from the noises and eating a coin where he was just a season ago, right? So he's made a lot of progress, but I'm assuming that his memories bopped him in the head and it all kind of came flooding back to him, which is maybe why he suddenly passed out, is maybe he's remembering some of his past redives, which we don't know how many redives. And if you know specifically, let me know in the comments. Unless it's spoilery, then don't let me know. But nobody really knows how many redives he's gone through before. We can guess that the party he's with now, they keep showing it to us. But we can assume that they died, and then he kind of got redived again to redo it one more time with this party. So you can assume he's redived at least 3 times, maybe 2 times, 3 times, something like that, for sure. Maybe it's more, but we know something hit him in the face, and he passed out from that. Then we finally have, Peccorine finally willing to come out and announce that she was the princess in front of everybody. The whole time, if you were like me, you were probably wondering, like, yo, where the hell is Kokoro? Where the hell is Yuki at? I figured that they would come burst onto the scene right next to her and, like, let's kill Kitty. That didn't happen, so I'm like, okay, obviously Yuki still passed out. Kokoro's watching over him. I thought, maybe something would have happened in between that, because the way time works in anime, a lot of times, like, this is the front scene, but the back scene is already kind of, like, being taken care of. So I assumed he would have woken up, and then they would have busted on the scene. That didn't happen, it's okay. But we had a lot of build-up to the final showdown between Peccorine and between Princess Kitty, fake kitty lady. But she's going to have to get through Karyl for it. But she was able to break that with the powers that she has. I like how the detective girls, how they kind of were able to announce everything, kind of like built her up to that scene that happened through the rocks and stuff. For a moment, I thought that was going to be like the admin girls, but was like, yo, they dead? So I was confused there, but, for a second, and then it all came through real fast as the detective girl was, or the bookworm girl in tandem with the detective girl worked, and they broadcast it over the rocks somehow. So I was like, okay, That's cool. That makes sense to me. So everything's really coming together as we march our way towards the end of the season. I definitely want to get a little bit more focus on Yuki, but I'm finally ready for Peccorine and Karyl's story, along with this fake queen lady. I'm finally able to I'm ready to put like all of that together and ready to put a bow on all that. Because the thing I've wanted from episode 1 is for Karyl to make her decision, and for Peccorine to make her decision. Peccorine, it's more black and white. Be honest with the people who matter to you the most about who you really are. She's doing that right now. She's about to live that. Obviously, she's still gonna have to tell Yuki, but she's living that. And I think Yuki could probably put 2 and 2 together. But, obviously, she's the only one with the crown on her head. So, but that's happening. And then Karyl, it seems like that's also happening. She finally made her decision when she yelled out for Peccorine to save her. So it looks like she's finally choosing them over the queen, which she had like this false love for, which I think now with her realizing she's being used and manipulated and the queen doesn't give a crap about her, I think that now those feelings came to her, so she's finally able to make amends with that and then really move forward into what she wants. Will she live through this crisis? That remains to be seen. I mean, obviously, we hope so. I love Karyl. Karyl's my favorite character in the anime, but I hope that she does. But very ready for all of that story to kind of finally come to fruition and finally, come together there, especially with the love that Karyl and Peccorine have for each other, which probably not a romantic level, but like a really friendship, familial, family level, and I'm all ready for it. Love this anime. Love the Sakuga. I know it's about to pop off next week when the final showdown between the queen, fake queen, and Peccorine comes to close. The Sakuga gonna be lit, and I am ready for it. And I'm also ready to see Yuki step up and be the hero that we need. All right, let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. I hope that you guys answered my first question about confusion. I will see you guys next week for the next episode of Princess Connect Redive. And next week, it will be number 11. And after that, I think we have 1 episode left. So see you guys next week. Peace out, my friends.